Okay, so this is going to be a quick training on how to crush SEO for the solar industry for typically less than one completed system install. So basically, why this training exists, I spoke to a solar contractor a couple of weeks ago who was under the impression that SEO would typically take $50,000 to $100,000 to get consistent leads from Google. And basically, I want to dispel that myth. I typically charge around $30,000 for a 12-month campaign that includes everything with SEO. And we typically see an ROI of 11 times by the end of the campaign. So basically, I want to show you exactly how this happens and how, if anyone's charging $50,000 to $100,000, that it just doesn't cost that much in most cases. So what we're going to cover is SEO does cost time and money, obviously. What are the low-hanging fruits when it comes to SEO, and keywords for SEO, talking about long tail keywords and revenue focused keywords. So by combining all of this, we can make an SEO campaign much more effective and get a positive ROI sooner. So why trust me? Why trust the things that I've got to say? I'm an SEO specialist or lead gen specialist specifically for solar contractors. I use this formula and this process with my clients, and you can kind of see here that this is a year over year kind of how they were before, and the revenue kind of lead, how many leads were generated, the conversion rate, estimated revenue, and all that kind of stuff. So this process does work, and these figures are a testament to that. So what's the goal of this training? After analyzing like hundreds, maybe thousands of solar contractor websites, there's many ways to win at SEO, right? You don't have to go over those really competitive keywords. There's a lot of low hanging fruit, and most contractors don't know about them and won't go after them, right? So whether you're paying someone or an agency or you're doing DIY SEO, a campaign that costs $10,000 or 100K depends on the keywords you target, right? So how do we choose the keywords to target? What makes a good solar keyword, and how to implement our strong SEO strategy. So strong SEO doesn't cost $50,000. A couple of things before we start here. The longer you do leave SEO, the more time your competitors have to grow what's called the SEO gap between yourself and them. There's more content, more links, just more of everything that helps them win an SEO. The longer you leave it, the harder it is to catch up, right? SEO is going to either cost you time to hire someone or get someone else to do it for you, or so time either if you like to learn and do it yourself, or money, whether you're paying someone else to do it, right? So DIY, you need to learn how to do it yourself, right? This can take years. I've been in SEO for about 5 years myself, and solar contractor SEO is exactly the same. You need to know the best practices, and those best practices are always changing. So this training is going to assume that you want to pay someone else to do it. You don't want to spend the time to learn SEO and implement it on your own site. So this is going to talk about how much you're typically paying an agency to, get qualified leads consistently from Google. So investing in SEO does cost money. Let's make that kind of clear right off the bat. SEO isn't free, or quality SEO isn't free. In fact, some solar contractors here might have been burnt by cheap SEO before. Agencies and freelancers kind of offer you like the world, but they typically don't deliver, or you never hear from them, or you don't know what's going on. You get all this traffic and these rankings, but it doesn't translate into revenue, right? So we want to stay away from cheap SEO. It's not to say every cheap SEO agency is bad out there, but typically you're going to get better results by investing money with someone that knows the industry, right? So if an agency is an SEO generalist, so that means they work on pretty much any niche, they have to learn the specific industry. They have to learn the solar industry to know what kind of works, right? if you're a respectable solar company, you wouldn't hire a handyman with no solar experience to install solar panels on someone's roof or a business's roof, would you? So why would you do that with your marketing? It doesn't really make sense to hire a generalist when there are specialists out there that do this, right? So by hiring a specialist, you can in fact cut that time to a positive ROI pretty much in half, maybe even a bit more sometimes. But if you make it quicker, it's going to be cheaper too, right? So SEO for less than one residential PV installation. So the revenue that comes from that, you can win at SEO consistently for less than that, right? So ROI with SEO for less than revenue, revenue from one home solar job. Something is wrong if you can't really start to see results from that investment, right? If you're chucking $10,000 at SEO, you want to see results. You know, at least something moving, right? If you're not seeing anything, something is wrong. Most failed campaigns, they're keywords that you could have targeted that would have provided a much faster ROI, so more booked jobs quicker. But most campaigns kind of miss these. Most campaigns typically go for the really competitive keywords that, sure, if you rank well for them, they're going to drive a lot of business, but it's going to take years to rank for these keywords. I'm going to show you exactly how to find what I call low-hanging fruit keywords for the solar industry. And low-hanging fruit is going to be abbreviated to LHF for moving on, just to kind of keep things a bit faster. So what are SEO low-hanging fruits for the solar industry, right? So what to look for, right? How do we identify these? Every solar company is going to have slightly different things to look for, different variations of keywords. Being a specialist in SEO for solar contractors, I already know kind of what these keywords typically look like, but let's start from the beginning. A low-hanging fruit keyword is a phrase people actually type into Google search that is easy for your website to rank for quickly and cheaper than the really competitive keywords out there. So there's two different types of low-hanging fruit keywords I really want to talk today about. So the first one is that your website already ranks for a really, really great keyword and you're in the 11th to 20th position. This is basically just off that first page of Google search, right? So if this keyword is going to draw targeted traffic, targeted leads to your website, then ranking on the first page of Google search is going to allow you to compete for those clicks, to compete for those leads, right? So the three examples I've got here: solar panels, San Jose, CA, solar company in San Jose, solar panels in Odessa, Texas. Just three examples I found looking at a couple of competitors. But these three competitors here, you can see the position is currently in 11th. So it's typically very, very easy to take these keywords from 11th and bump them up into the first page of Google, by optimizing content or building a couple of backlinks to that page. It's very, very easy to kind of prop them up into first page where you're going to start competing for those clicks and book jobs. So this is the first thing we always look at. What is your website currently ranking for? And how easy is it going to be to kind of get that up into the first page of Google? And position 11th, typically very, very easy. So the second type of keyword that I really wanted to look at here is overall lower competitive keywords, right? So starting out with an SEO campaign, if you want to see results faster, then what typically we want to see is a lower difficulty score. So over here, we can see difficulty out of 100. And difficulty 54 out of 100 means it's quite difficult, means it's a very difficult keyword. It's probably going to take 18 months of solid SEO to really compete for that keyword. It's got 880 searches every single month. So if you are able to break that first page, it's going to be an incredibly valuable keyword. It's probably going to bring you, yeah, I'd say 10 to 50 qualified leads every single month just for ranking your top 3 in this keyword for sure. So the second variation of this keyword, solar companies in Fresno. So Fresno city in California. And the difficulty of solar in Fresno is 29 out of 100. So it's almost half the difficulty. I'd say it's even more than half the difficulty of some solar companies in California. So you can see by really defining the keywords at each page level, how you can start competing for 390 searches every single month while you're waiting to rank for the more competitive keywords. You can still go after the competitive keywords, but solar companies in Fresno is going to get you leads much, much quicker than solar companies in California. Okay, so the keywords you target make or break your SEO campaign. If you're targeting, if you're only targeting in solar companies in California, 12 months down the line, you might not be getting many leads. But if you targeted solar companies in Fresno, yeah, you could easily be seeing like qualified leads 6 months, 6 to 8 months, quite easily, if you know what to do, right? That's why it's so valuable hiring a specialist over a generalist for the solar industry. So the keywords you target make or break your SEO campaign. The keywords each page of your website ranks for should be unique, right? Each page should have one primary keyword that it targets. If you target the right keywords, you're going to rank faster. You're going to rank for more relevant keywords that bring in targeted traffic and then qualified leads, right? So both these points are important to kind of keep in mind when you're structuring out your website and when you're creating content. So an SEO campaign should start out by focusing on 2 different keywords: long tail keywords and revenue focused keywords. So long tail keywords, less competitive keywords, as I showed you in the California and the Fresno example, and revenue focused keywords. So keywords that drive conversions. In the case of the solar industry, it's going to be booked jobs in the end, right? So these types of keywords, kind of hard to define at times, but let's dive into a couple of examples here. So long-term keywords. Keywords are typically, long-term keywords, sorry, are basically keywords with 3 to 5 words in them or more than 5. So 3+ keywords. So instead of just targeting really competitive keywords like solar in California or solar companies in California, these are going to be very, very difficult, right? We can have it, see here, solar companies in California. This is saying a 49 difficulty out of 100. Best solar companies in California is a difficulty of 50. So it's going to take a long, long time and a lot of money invested to compete for this keyword, right? This is typically going to show, if you're targeting these keywords only, yeah, $50,000, $60,000 might be a relevant budget that you might have to invest in SEO to see results. But I'm going to show you exactly what keywords to target that is going to reduce the time and the cost dramatically for your SEO campaign. So long tail keywords here are basically going to be more targeted, right? So we talked about solar companies in California, but what we got here is solar for condos in California. And while you're going to have a lot less volume, it's got 30 searches every single month, but it's a difficulty of 11 out of 100. So just adding 1 or 2 more words in to the keyword reduces that difficulty so dramatically. You could potentially rank for these keywords in 3 or 4 months, maybe, depending on some other factors. But 6 to 8 months, you should be seeing some movement for these keywords. You should be seeing clicks and yeah, basically people getting in touch with you for these keywords. So solar panels for condos in California, difficulty of 11. California commercial solar is a really interesting one. It's got a difficulty of 14 out of 100. But anyone that does commercial like solar installations will tell you that, you know, 1 or 2 jobs with the commercial side of things can, yeah, equal quite a lot of revenue. Those book jobs go for a lot. I actually helped a client in the last year sell over 3 to 4 jobs, multi-million-dollar jobs, commercial jobs. So they're really, really powerful. Even though there's only 20 searches a month, if you book a job a month of this, that's going to be a lot of revenue for your business coming in, right? And then benefits of going solar in California. So 18 out of 100, very, very easy to rank for. And it's going to be much, much faster than ranking for those high competitive keywords, right? The good thing about long tail keywords is there's lots of them too. You just kind of need to know where to look to find them. So, you know, if you're searching for solar in California, you'd have to be able to understand that people are looking for solar in condos or for condos in California, right? And once you kind of start getting that like focused with these keywords, that means that you can create really, really focused content, and it's going to rank much, much faster in Google due to relevancy. Okay, so revenue focused keywords. The most important keywords are those that drive leads and revenue for your company, right? So we're going to touch on a couple of different types of searcher intent. So the different types of intent, or what's the information people are looking for when they submit a search on Google. So we're going to talk about 2 different types of intent in this short training. And the first one is what's called commercial intent. So commercial intent is basically someone types in commercial solar, California, solar companies in Fresno, solar companies in Fresno, California, best solar companies in Fresno. All these keywords have a common searcher intent. It's commercial intent, and that means that people are looking to kind of get in touch with solar companies, right? You know, they're looking for a quote, they're looking for more information, they want to learn more, and they do that by getting in touch with you. Now, as soon as you have that commercial intent, they're much, much more likely to become a paying client, paying customer, right? So you want to focus on keywords with this intent. So keep these commercial intent keywords in mind. I'm going to show you some what's called informational intent keywords. So informational intent is basically people looking for more information about something, right? So they're not really looking to purchase, they're not really looking to get a quote, they're just looking to learn more about a specific topic. So off-grid solar California and solar permit fees California, probably 2 important keywords you would really want to have on your site if you kind of talk about permit fees, or if you offer off-grid solutions to like battery backups and all that kind of stuff. But the idea behind these keywords is they help generate topical authority, right? So explain what topical authority is very quickly. It's basically educating a user so much that you become the trusted solar contractor in your area. Google sees all this great information, answering so many questions about, you know, questions people have about solar, and you become the authority. You become the go-to contractor in your area. So, you know, if someone's looking to get off-grid solar in California and they search that and they find your website, then you can link to other pages that, you know, if they do want to get in touch with you, they're more than able to do that, right? But we don't want to just target informational. We want to kind of a nice, healthy balance of these keywords. We don't want to just be going for all commercial intent. We do want some informational content in there to help educate the user. So basically, this is the difference between commercial and informational intent in a bit of a high level view. So a bit of a recap. An SEO campaign that gets a positive ROI faster begins with the right keywords. If you're targeting the wrong keywords, you're typically wasting time and money, right? So a couple of things I want you to take away. So create content with a strategy with the right keywords, right? Don't go after just those really competitive keywords. Have a look, have a think about what terms people are searching for, and if it's a right fit, right? What's the intent of those keywords? So always look for low-hanging fruits for your SEO campaign first before you go in and try and take on the big contractors in your area. You'll see results much faster and much cheaper. So target long tail and commercial keywords at the start of a campaign to see a faster ROI with your campaign. If you do all these three things well, you're going to see a much faster return on investment with an SEO campaign, and it shouldn't be anywhere near $50,000 if you're doing these three things correctly. Awesome. If you've got any questions at all, my name is Ben McLaughlin. I'm the owner of Easy Mode Media. You can search me, easymodemedia.com, my phone number, my LinkedIn, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about this training. Thanks for watching and have a great day.